everybody. Well, a big celebration this week for one of the most iconic malls in Minnesota. No, not the Mall of America, Southdale. Southdale is considered America's first indoor shopping mall, and this weekend, the mall in Edina is celebrating its 60th anniversary. I hit the mall with my friend Allison Kaplan, shopping guru from Minneapolis-St. Paul Magazine, to talk mall shopping and her own history at Southdale. So this is literally and figuratively where it all started behind me for you and Southdale, but
yes,
you worked here.
Macy's, yes, back when it was Dayton's. And I was working in the boys 8 to 20 department selling Bart Simpson t-shirts and Zubas. And I had to pack them up and move them into the new fancy building.
60 years, and Southdale is doing better than it did 10 years ago.
It did.
Yeah.
I mean, as we were discussing, at the 50th anniversary, they didn't really even celebrate. There was no cake or balloons because things weren't going so well here at Southdale. It's really a symbol of malls, nationwide.
Culture, yeah.
Absolutely. They were the very first enclosed mall. They were at the top of their game for decades. You would dress up to come to Southdale. It was exciting to come to
these
Southdale.
photos. Look at the people in that photo there.
Thousands of people came out for this, spectacle to see a covered mall. But then things started to dip. They got competition. Galleria across the street, Mall of America. It's gotten tougher. There's a lot more competition, and people are busy, and they don't have time to come to a mall, and so they had to reinvent.
This is a perfect intersection
I know.
with what we're looking at right here.
Right. Where was this when I had toddlers?
Yeah.
Yes. Creating a play area, giving people reason to spend more time at the mall and to come here for more than just buying a new t-shirt. And that's everything from services like the government center.
I did not know they were here.
I know.
So is this the future of malls?
Yes, there are
use?
not. We just don't have the big department stores of the past. We're not going to see, a big store come in and take 200,000 square feet. It's not going to happen anymore. And so they've got to come up with alternative uses.
Aren't you proud that 60 years later, it's still here and it's still thriving and really kind of reinventing itself?
I am very pleased. I've just, followed this center from up to down. So many memories of the things we did.
Were there a lot of doubters? Because again, this was the first enclosed mall. Was there a lot of convincing and a lot of selling back then to keep this concept going?
Well, I know there was a certain group of people that thought this would never work, but then there's the others that think this is the greatest thing ever happened. You got this enclosed mall in this kind of weather. What a great place to shop.
Past to present, this has been the current manager, and what a trip down memory lane. When you look forward, let's move forward. Where do you see Southdale in 5 or 10 years?
We've been adding things like apartments. We're going to be adding a new hotel. And this has really become the place to live, shop, eat, and play. And we really just will continue to move down that path.
I think I'm probably older than you are, but when we were growing up, this was Saturday afternoon hanging out at a mall, and it must be great for you and satisfying that you're seeing the space used differently, but just as robust.
Malls are really reinventing themselves, and you're finding everything under one roof.
You really are, that's right. Allison Kaplan from Minneapolis-St. Paul Magazine joins me now. And first, before we talk, I have to say thank you, Martin, who was the first general manager you saw interviewed. Number one, his whole family's watching right now. So I want to say thank you to him. They all came out, and they're the sweetest. And if you want some good stories, Martin has some good stories about Bob Barker. We should put that whole interview up online because it was interesting. But we were talking about culture, the mall culture, because you've seen the reports in the Wall Street Journal that it is on the decline. Do steps like what they're doing at Southdale, the apartments, ice skating rinks, will that help 10 years from now?
I think so. I think it's about staying relevant to the community and being a gathering spot and a hub about more than just shopping. They've got to have different things going on, and they've got to be a place where people want to go and gather and spend time, even if they're ordering things on Amazon. One
of the mainstays of any mall is a department store, and you've wrote extensively. I always love your face. I love your commentary on the state of department stores.
Right.
How do they stay relevant, Al? Because a lot of people watching, they shopped at Dayton's, they went to Carson's for the 2 years we had them, and now they're at Macy's. What is the biggest challenge for department stores?
to connect with millennials and with Generation Z after that. I think what Nordstrom is doing is going to help in that regard. It's creating new departments. It's doing partnerships with cool brands, trying to make themselves relevant and creating experiences. The buzzword is all about experience, giving people a reason to go to the mall. It's different. It's things you can't get online, and helping them to actually like curate something.
Is that why we're seeing like partnerships, like we're seeing full-fledged boutiques of Sephora in Jacques Penney, and we're seeing Topshop. I call it Jacques Penney in my house. That's right.
And Macy's actually at Southdale has introduced Blue Mercury, which is a beauty brand with a lot of buzz. You know, even like the Sunglass Hut are doing different departments. You know, Madewell and J. Crew are now at Nordstrom. Those kind of partnerships help a little bit with younger people who like specialty stores better than the big department store. Ultimately, service though.
It's
you have
you
to
have to have service. We'll end how we began back at Southdale 60 years. Well, you were telling me, I don't know if we have any shots of it in that piece, but there are two pieces of art when people should go look for when they're in Southdale that are original.
In the center court, that big gold sculpture that is original. You know, there used to be birds flying through center court. Now there's a pretzel stand, but that gold sculpture is still there. And the clock on the second level that you see in center court, that is original, 60 years.
And gentlemen, I love that little fun. It's right by the Dave and Buster's sign, that clock right there. Dave and Buster's, another example. And that government center, my face when I'm like, there's a government center here?
Right.
You can get tabs and go to Ruby Tuesday?
Exactly.
Yeah, or that's not even open anymore. BF Chang's?
Yes,
but
there.
I think they're doing a lot of things right. Out of the, Rosedale's remodeling, the malls are really trying around here.
They are, and they're trying to get new stores that other malls don't have, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. They're 90% occupied. That's pretty good. That's
pretty good in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, Allison Kaplan, Southdale's. And thanks to our friends at Southdale. The 60th anniversary celebration is happening Saturday from 11 to 1 in the center court. And look for those pieces of art. It's pretty cool. Up next.